Well, pipelines and whether they'll get the go-ahead are just one of the host of issues facing the Prime Minister. It has been a tough year for Stephen Harper. Questions about that deal to pay off Mike Duffy have never really been answered. The RCMP are still investigating. Tonight, the Prime Minister gives us a little more insight into what went on inside his office. Stephen Harper sat down with our Ottawa Bureau Chief, Jacques Bourbeau, and he joins me now. Jacques?
Donna, the Senate scandal has led to speculation that Stephen Harper may not run in the next election. I sat down with the Prime Minister for an exclusive interview, and the first thing he did was remove any doubt about his political future.
It's kind of surreal, I tell people, being in this job. One day I open the paper and see that I'm planning to resign. The next day I open the paper and see that I'm calling a snap election. We have an election scheduled in 2015, and I plan to lead the party in that.
Trying to cover up the Senate scandal.
Stephen Harper has faced lots of tough questions about the Senate scandal, but he continues to insist Nigel Wright left him completely in the dark.
How could a guy who's so smart and generally so respectful of the rules, so high performing, how could he do something that's so obviously wrong? I'm not.
Harper says once he learned what Wright was up to, he's run through a range of emotions.
Anger, betrayal, disrespect, you name it, disappointment. But, you know, in the end, when you have these kinds of situations, you know, as a leader, you have to take responsibility.
Taking responsibility, according to the Prime Minister, involves two things: firing Nigel Wright and making sure the Senate suspended Mike Duffy. The other, make changes to his office, admitting it didn't work the way it's supposed to.
It's a matter of how decisions are made, how information is transmitted, who's responsible for what. Trying to figure out how we could make sure something like that never happens again.
At a meeting this week, Finance Minister Jim Flaherty said Ottawa is not interested in beefing up the Canada Pension Plan at this time. Many experts say it's needed because a lot of middle-class Canadians are not saving for their retirement. But the Prime Minister says he's not convinced it's a huge problem.
A vast majority of Canadians have been saving and will have a decent, will be able to retire at a normal age and maintain a standard of living similar to what they're having is working.
For those facing a bleak retirement, Harper says they shouldn't expect a bailout.
The more worrisome group is a group of people who have reasonably affluent lifestyles but just don't save. They have the opportunity to do so. So I don't think the challenge is to raise CPP taxes on everybody. It's to try and figure out how to get the people who actually need to save to do the saving they need to do.
He says he has the best job in the world, but Harper admits he does have some crummy days. And that's when he counts on the support of his wife, Lorene.
I'm very fortunate to have a wife who, you know, not only loves me as one hopes a wife would, but who puts so few demands on me.
The Prime Minister also says the budget will be back in surplus by 2015. But Harper's not planning any big spending spree. Instead, he says he'll use the cash to pay down debt, give taxpayers a break, and make some targeted investments. Donna?
All right, Jacques Bourbeau, thanks. And you can see the full interview with the Prime Minister on the West Block this Sunday morning and again on Christmas Day.